Hey, new freeze. You know what it was when you synced up. That way.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Tia and thank you for clicking on this video. So today is going to be a hair review on this hair, and I'm basically going to let you know everything about it, how you can get it, how much, blah blah blah. So yeah, if you want to know more about this hair, stay tuned. So I usually buy my hair from AliExpress. I'm sure you're all familiar with AliExpress. I've been using it for years and that's just what works for me. So usually I buy 3 bundles of hair, normally curly hair, because that's just my go-to thing. And sometimes I buy with it a frontal or buy a 360 closure. This time I knew I didn't really want to install the hair because that's just like extra time and I don't have much time these days. So I just wanted to buy a wig, and but I wanted it to be a frontal wig or a lace wig. So I searched on AliExpress and I was seeing prices for like 100 plus, sometimes 150 plus. And yeah, everything just seemed more expensive in general on the website. So I was like, well, let me shop around and see what else I can find. So I went onto Google and I just searched the type of hair that I was looking for, obviously like curly lace wig. I didn't even have in mind that I wanted to buy synthetic hair. I found a website called RoseWholesale and basically I went on there and I was seeing wigs for like $10, $15, $20, and I was like, where have I been? How am I just finding this out? And okay, fair enough, they were synthetic wigs, but for a whole synthetic wig for $10, in pounds, that's like less than £10. It's a 3-part long curly synthetic lace front wig in deep brown. I don't know why the description is so long, but that's what it is. And it says it's a 3-part wig, so I don't know if that means like you can part it anywhere, but I just chose to go and do a middle parting. When I bought it, it was $38.98 and now the price has gone up to $43.98. But to be fair, for a whole synthetic lace frontal wig, that's still really cheap in my opinion. That's just a bit of background to how I came across this hair. Alright, so now let's get into the specs of the hair. It's a full wig. It's a lace front. The style is in curly. The cap size is an average cap size. So when I put it on, it's actually okay. The only thing is that the back is somehow a bit loose, and bear in mind this wig is not that secured to my head, but I don't know, I feel like the back is a bit bigger than it needs to be. I feel like it should be a bit more tight on the back, so that's the only thing that is kind of annoying about that. Obviously it's synthetic hair, but it's actually not too bad. The only thing is, because obviously it's curly hair in general, you shouldn't try and do much with it because it can get tangled easily. I haven't actually brushed this hair out. As you can see, I can kind of detangle it and run my hands through it, but I don't try and do that too much. Look, it starts to get kind of frizzy and big. So in terms of length, it actually doesn't tell me how long it is. The length is just called long, but the length is about, well, it's past my boob, and in curly hair length, I'm trying to think, what is that? I would say this was 20, 22, 24 inch, but don't quote me on that. It's kind of goes down to my just before my lower back, and that's in terms of the front as well. I think it's all the same length. Yeah, that's the top. Obviously, because it is synthetic hair, you're not meant to put heat on it, but it does say anything below 200 centigrade. Is it called centigrade? And to be honest, the hair is quite thick. Like, it is really, really thick. And it's really full as well, which I love about it because I do like full hair. I did customize this hair a bit. You probably can't tell, but I did customize it just a little bit. And basically, I made the, I made the parting a bit bigger because the parting was kind of small when I did get it. Like, just about, I don't even know if it was an inch wide. I'm really bad with measurements, guys, I'm sorry. I also tried to make it further back because the parting was like, it stopped here. So I just tried to open it and make it a bit further back, so it just looked a bit more natural and realistic. I did also put heat through it just to kind of lay down the top a bit, and that worked really well. I also did some baby hairs. I tried to pluck the hair. The hair is so thick, guys. Like, it took me hours to pluck what I've plucked, and it doesn't even look like I plucked much. So yeah, the hair is really, really thick, and to pluck baby hairs you need to take your time. I'll probably still end up plucking a bit more of the hair, but this is how it's looking right now. I also put powder underneath the lace, and then I put a bit of concealer on top just to customize it a bit. I did try and cut some of the front of the hair as well, but I can't even see. Okay, there it is. Yeah, I did try and cut some of the front of the hair just to give it a bit of definition, but yeah, you can't really tell that much on here. And yeah, so overall this hair is really, really nice. For synthetic hair, honestly, I don't know if you guys can tell it's synthetic hair. When I first got it out the packet, I was like, because it did look really kind of synthetic to me. I did wash it and I did put conditioner in it. I'm not sure if it made that much of a difference, but I feel like the curls look a bit more, I don't know, a bit more loose and a bit more natural. I also love the length. For something that costs less than $50, this is really, really good in terms of length. In terms of tangling, it does tangle a bit. The best advice I would give is just to not try and touch it too much. But when the ends do tangle, I just try and finger comb it so it doesn't tangle that much. The shedding's actually really, really good. Like, the hair does barely shed, honestly. In terms of just helping the frizzing, I just use olive oil mousse and I just spritz that on my hand and I just put it through the hair, and it kind of brings the curls back to life. I normally use this olive oil wrap set mousse. I also use this conditioner to try and define the curls a bit, and I've been using this conditioner for years for all my like wigs and my weaves and stuff, and it's really good. Sometimes to make the hair shiny, I just use a bit of this hair serum from Fantasia, and that just kind of brings out some of the shine in the hair, if you get me. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So I'm just going to show you the back of the hair as well, so you can see the total length.
That way.
That's pretty much everything about the hair. Sorry if this hair review was all over the place. I promise I'll get better with it. There's just so many things to remember. I hope you enjoyed it anyways. I would definitely recommend that you try this hair if you're looking for cheap hair to, you know, use and go out with. I pretty much used it on a night out the other day and it held well. So thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to see more hair reviews, and especially for synthetic hair, I also did buy a straight yaki hair the same time I bought this hair, and I've customized that a bit. So if you want me to talk about it and get my opinions on that hair, I will do that for you. So if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Please also like it, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.
my bitch too